Every year, thousands of families face the challenge of separation and divorce. But despite the pain and trauma, one thing everyone agrees on is that it's not our children's fault. Children shouldn't suffer as a result of their parents' separation, and this is central to family mediation. 12-year-old Kelly was brought up with her family here in Brighton. When her parents separated a couple of years back, the relationship was very turbulent, and Kelly's dad moved out. When they divorced, their solicitor suggested mediation, so they decided to give it a try.
Well, when my mum and dad first split up, they weren't talking to each other. They were all shouting and they couldn't sort anything out. But this year's going to be great because my dad's coming to my party, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Mediation has helped us communicate again, which is really important for Kelly. It's her birthday tomorrow and she's really looking forward to her dad being able to spend it with us.
I've not seen my dad on my birthday for ages. I mean, not since we moved to his flat. I do sometimes wish Mum and Dad were back together, but it's not half as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, all the shouting has stopped and they actually really talk to each other now.
I wasn't keen on mediation at first. When my marriage failed, the thing that I wanted was control back, you know. I thought that a solicitor batting for me that I was paying for was the right answer. But the thing that mediation has given us is this sort of sensible, practical framework. It's not, you know, marriage guidance or counselling. Sure, they let you say your piece, but they're not there to judge you. The mediator doesn't take sides. It just makes you behave like a grown-up.
I have to confess that when I first heard of mediation, I thought touchy-feely, easy option. But really, like most people, I didn't actually know exactly what it was. Jane Roby, Chief Executive of NFM, met me in London to dispel some of the myths.
People do think that they know what mediation is, but in actual fact, I don't think they fully understand the differences. Mediation is not counselling, and we're not about sorting out the rights and wrongs of the reason why a relationship has broken down. We are future-focused, and we're looking at what happens to people after they've separated and how they continue their lives.
I thought, like most of my friends who had split up, that dealing with something as serious as divorce required a solicitor working for one side, my side. But mediation isn't a straight alternative for the legal system, it's complementary. In fact, if you get legal aid for your divorce, you are obliged to seek mediation. I spoke to one of the most distinguished family lawyers of her generation, Law Lord Lady Hale of Richmond, to get the judicial perspective.
Section 1 of the Family Law Act 1996 says that when a marriage is irretrievably broken down, it should be brought to an end, first with the minimum distress to the parties and to the children affected, second with questions dealt with in a manner designed to promote as good a continuing relationship between the parties and any children affected as is possible in the circumstances, and third, without costs being unreasonably incurred. And mediation is an excellent way of trying to achieve all three of those objects.
Surely solicitors are just putting themselves out of work by recommending mediation. It seems so culturally opposite.
Any good solicitor will have the long-term welfare of their clients in mind. And in many cases, it would be morally negligent not to suggest mediation. I've had many experiences in the past when it's been very tempting just to run with the emotions of the case, to fire off an angry letter, and then you find that the client afterwards regrets that, but by that point the damage has been done and it's too late. Unlike the court system, mediation is not adversarial. It's about communication between the parents. Decisions are made with the welfare of the children prioritised. Whereas if a report is prepared, it can be quite intrusive and children may feel as though they're being forced to take sides.
Family mediation takes an holistic approach. It deals with property and finance, as well as future arrangements for the children in what is called all issues mediation. Always aiming for a fair and equitable solution This means that assets and liabilities are distributed between the parties in a way that lets them get on with their lives as separate people.